Yeah.
So here we are with driver 713 Riley Scott Sanders here today as one of the most drivers who's done the most meetings and is quite good in the saloon stocks as well. So welcome aboard, Riley. And
Hello, everyone.
so tell us, how's your experience with these saloons, and then we'll talk about the bangers as well.
Well, I think the saloons have been my strong point because although there has been chaos, there's been nowhere near enough, nowhere near like the amount of chaos compared to the bangers. And I think that's what's been so good about them. And I think they've been just for pure driving. I've picked up a couple of wins in them, and I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I wouldn't say I'm the worst, and I enjoy them a lot.
Yeah, and obviously you've been in the server for a couple of months now. You've been doing this, all of these events for a couple of months. When did you join? Was it around August time?
I think it's all late August, early September.
Yeah, so you've been here for a couple of months then. And how do you think the promotion or how things run itself? How do you think that's gotten for the past couple of months that you've been there? Do you think it's gone better, worse?
I think since I've joined, obviously, I've had experience of being in good leagues, and I've tried helping you out with that and giving you ideas and telling you where you're going wrong and where you could go better. I think personally that has helped, but also I think the way you're running and how you've improved on tracks, how you're listening to drivers is a lot better compared to some other leagues. So I think personally you've been doing very good with this, and I think the server is going to get a lot bigger than what it already is.
Yeah. And let's go back to the bangers for a moment. As you can see, we've got an absolutely beautiful car behind us right here. And I tell you what, there's some effort gone into this. Where's this car going then?
I think I want to save it, but then I want to save it because of the paint job. But then my heart says race it, try and not crash it as much. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the Christmas crash at Wharton, I believe it is, and see what happens. If it survives, then it survives. If it doesn't, then it's off to the scrapyard, and I'll get Dan Klein to do the exact same thing again. So
yeah, because I tell you what, it's big, that it's a good design, that for it to get crashed up. But I guess it's all part of the fun, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously you've had an absolute cracking year. Coming to the end of 2023, 2022, going into 2023, you've had an absolute cracking year. And is there anything that you tell yourself now for the future?
Don't get stuck in with people you don't want to get stuck in with. Just focus on yourself. If you've got a team, then that's good. If you don't, then form alliances, because that's what I've been doing. I've joined a team, but I don't think I've been in colours that much.
Yeah.
And because I think if I'm in colours, then I'll get people going for me. So I think I'm more of a team in disguise, like team driver in disguise. Hence why my car is painted in my own colours.
Yeah, and obviously this year you're one of the first to come to a lot of meetings. You've been to you're one of the people who've been to the most meetings run, if that makes sense. A hell of a lot. How does that feel? Obviously, the amount of effort you've put into the cars, travelling there with your IAB, diesel fuel, all that. So it's a big cost, but it shows the amount of praises you get from that. People going, "Oh, good job for you," coming to the most meetings and all of that. How does that feel for you personally?
That it feels absolutely amazing. Obviously, I haven't picked up the most amount of wins compared to say 299 Dean, who I believe you interviewed earlier.
Yeah.
But I've picked up 1 or 2 wins. I think I picked up a win at Wharton in a limo of all things, and I how on earth has that happened? You know, I go there expecting to have a crash, and then heat one I go out and win, and then the rest of the night I crash. But yeah, to put it in to put it in simple terms, it's been absolutely amazing. Turning up to meetings, putting smiles on like young kids' faces, seeing what they've seen, and you know, they're seeing them, me included, just seeing everyone leave with a smile on their face, whether they've won or not. It's basically it's meant a lot, really, because it if it wasn't like that, I wouldn't continue because I don't want to get too stressed about it. I just want to enjoy it, you know.
And obviously we've got some big meetings coming up in January, starting off straight away with Kings Lynn, I think it's 2 or 3 icebreakers. How do you think you're gonna do in that then? Obviously it's something different, you know. January, first time we've done this in January, New Year. How do you think it's gonna go?
Well, I can't say because I don't know if it's going to be my day or not.
Yeah.
If it's my day, hopefully it goes well. If it's not, then I'll put a show on. You know, no clue on what I'm going to bring out. No clue what I'm going to literally no clue about anything. All I know is that I'm going to get this year with over and out. Hopefully with a bang. Starting tomorrow with the stock cars. Hopefully going to get do decently in them. And then with the Christmas crashing, hopefully do decently in that. If not, then put some smiles on faces. So, you know.
Yeah. So
We'll go either way.
You've had an absolutely fantastic year, ending it off with a bang. Hopefully next year, the experience of Banger Racing stock cars, all of that formulas, so many formulas out there, so many new tracks. Hopefully next year it'll even be 10 times better.
Yeah.
So
hopefully it all improves and gets even better. Hopefully I get faster. Hopefully other people get faster. Hopefully the competition just absolutely boosts to another level.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for having me here tonight with your beautiful Granada in the background. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you for the past 7 minutes or so. And maybe in a couple months or whenever we'll be able to speak to you again. I'm sure we'll see you in many more videos if you're racing. And overall, hopefully you have a good year in 2023.
Yeah, thank you, Ray. Thanks for your time.
No. Here we are with one of the newest drivers to the league. This is 207 Monty, who's not been here for too long, but recently has picked up the pace with gaining points and making himself up there with some of the competitive drivers. So Monty, how does that feel within yourself? Obviously not been here for too long, but how does that feel for you to be up there?
It feels quite good with like me joining not so long ago. Just the first event, I was excited because I just came for a crashing time, and it turns out it turned into more of like a massive hobby. And ever since then, I've just been climbing up the ranks and gaining more respect from the others.
Yeah, and obviously your first meeting was Bangers. How did you find that out there? Was it quite chill or was it more intense, scary? You know, how did you find it?
It was really fun because like it was a deliberate crash meeting, so you went to that meeting to crash, and I was you were expecting the big smashes. You know, I got hit quite a few times, but I left quite satisfied.
Yeah. And how do you find the other formulas like Saloons, Briskers? How do you find them kind of formulas?
Well, compared to the Bangers, they are a huge different kettle of fish to drive because you got the Briskers having the massive V8 engines and the Saloons a lot quicker, but they're lesser contact, so it's a lot harder to drive them when it comes to this. But
Yeah.
you could do quite good stuff in them.
So how do you find as well as like the server? Obviously you joined like a month or two ago, would you say?
Not a month, about 3 months, 2-ish,
okay.
maybe. I can't remember.
So
It felt longer.
It's been a little while. But you are one of the really newest drivers who are, you know, you're new but you're not new, you know. For you, have you seen the server like increased with like better stuff? with, like, for example, I don't know how it's run, or more stuff added, more cars? How do you think that's kind of going with the server in the league?
Well, when I joined, it was like pretty small. There was like a few tracks, a few cars, a bit of aid. But as time has went on, yeah, it's gotten much more better, and I hopefully it gets even more better in the future with the Christmas update coming soon.
Oh yeah, well, the Christmas update, it is confirmed that it's going to be one of the biggest updates yet, with a whole load of new tracks coming, updates on tracks, new formulas getting added, new stuff for new cars to get added for better formulas. So all that exciting stuff to come in just a matter of days, which is really exciting. And how are you going to find tomorrow, obviously, with your Briskers? How do you think that's going to go for you?
Chaos, because I had a test with the cars earlier, and the dirt at Agent Flux hasn't been the best recently. Like, I don't know
with
what,
the
soil.
with the snowfall going down, yeah.
Yeah, it's just frozen up, and it's really hard to
It
drive.
is going to be really slippy out there tomorrow, but I will be there, so it'll be interesting to watch and have a good laugh, and I hope you enjoy yourself. So the main question is, have you actually enjoyed yourself doing the promotion server as well?
Yeah, I've really loved it. It's been really fun because it's just it's really hard to find these type of leagues on Roblox because
Oh
there's
yeah,
much more favor like in Formula One or something, any other series or NASCAR.
go
So
karts and yeah.
all that. So finding this, it's my first server for Mangas, and I've been satisfied really well so far with all of this.
And how do you think next year is going to go? Do you think it's a whole new another level for uh, racing and promotions and this league? Do you think it's going to be a whole another level, or?
Well, what I've heard is coming up on the Christmas update. It should attract a lot more people for the server, so it should look good.
Yeah. Alright, well, thank you for your time, Monty, and hopefully for 2023 you'll even have a better time and enjoy yourself.
Yep, thank you.